Hello and welcome to our little short video of Top Turnbuckle Podcast.
With me, James.
And me, Stu.
Okay, so this video, I'm going to let Stu do the introduction for this. We are really excited about this one.
Massively. And we are ever so happy to announce that we are going to be discussing the imminent debut of the Wyatt 6.
So basically, just before we start, we want to know from you, because you're going to hear from us, what do you want from the Wyatt 6? We want to hear from you guys. Where do you want this to go?
Yeah, this is a key element to this video. We know how we feel about this. We really, and I can't stress that enough, we really want to hear what you listeners have to say. What's your thoughts on everything that's happened so far? Where do you think it's going to go? Where do you think this could end up? The possibilities are endless for this.
And I think the possibilities are endless for this because of the brilliant work that's been put in by Rob Fee and, I imagine, Taylor Rotunda.
It's been brilliant.
I don't know about you, Stu, but I have been absolutely blown away with how brilliant this has all been done.
Yeah, I mean, from the start, but you have to start there. I mean, it's the minute we got these. Well, I suppose it all started with a little teaser at the end of the Bray Wyatt documentary. We see that little flash image of Uncle Howdy grab the Bray's lantern.
Yep, and the lantern comes back on.
Yep.
And as you'll see going along the page that we have slideshows of all of pictures and all of the activity that has been going on. This has been absolutely fantastic. We have had QR codes. We have had links to classical mythology. We have had Twitch streams.
Oh, the takeovers. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, the hijackings.
We've had kidnappings of characters.
Yep.
The only real character that we've known in this is the therapist.
Yeah. I mean, we've even had populations of geographical sites.
Yeah.
We've had dates. We've had all sorts. Previous promos like this, obviously including Bray's, have been brilliant. But this has elevated it to something I think is just phenomenal.
It's amazing. And I just want to shout out where I think the influence with Rob Fee is coming from.
Ah, yes.
And I believe, and I don't think this has been spoken about in the community too much, Local 58.
James gave me the great pleasure of actually showing me a load of Local 58 short videos on YouTube earlier. And wow.
It is, in my opinion, the apex magnum opus of what Bray and Rob really loved, which is analog horror.
Yeah, it's something I've never really delved into, and I'm a massive horror fan. But the similarities between this they're uncanny.
Yes.
Absolutely uncanny.
So you have a video called Real Sleep, which you will see on screen now. That video has so many similarities to the recent almost contingency for the massacre that's coming up.
Prepare for the massacre.
Yeah. And contingency is another video which it sort of puts the shivers up you, because it's one which is like a public service announcement.
It's an emergency broadcast.
Yeah.
But it's the one that James showed me. The emergency broadcast one was done so well to start with that it almost seemed like it was taking you in one direction, and in fact it ended up being something a lot fucking darker than I thought it was going to be. Yeah.
Also, we have noticed certain verbiage being used in this Local 58, such as signs and wonders and open your eyes. Yes, so I think the influence is coming on here. The influence is coming from here. That's not to take away from Rob Fee, because and potentially Taylor, because it's stunning, the work here.
the effort that these guys have gone into is it goes beyond storytelling. This is so well thought out, so well planned.
I mean, they've even made a whole website dedicated, the Kinsumi website, dedicated to the journal of what it looks like, we believe, Bo's journal and his journey.
Yeah.
It is just fantastic.
And then we also get to the psychiatry.
Yeah, the Twitch stream, which is an hour long. Again, it's analog horror. It's a slow burn, and we end up with the abduction of this therapist, and then we see this therapist actually, what's the word, be recovered, be found safe?
Yeah, rescued, discovered, saved, however you want to put it. But it's dark. Yeah. It's so dark.
The ends with the smile, which they just leave on there, where she says,
"Oh God, I genuinely, I want to shout."
Yeah.
Because it's just, I'm hyped, man. I'm so hyped for this.
So, where do we want to see this go? How do we want to see this group debut? Now, we know, or we think we know, that this group is coming on June the 17th.
Yeah.
At Corpus Christi.
Yes.
And that will be a Raw. So we think that is where they're coming from. The many little clues that we've got. We've had Watergate on June the 17th. We've had, is it Eid, the Muslim festival, June 17th. There have been many of them. What do we want to see from this group?
And also, how do we feel about this group?
Yeah.
The rumoured members of this group are, so obviously we have Taylor Rotunda returning as Uncle Howdy. We have the possible rumours of Dexter Lumis, Alexa Bliss, Erick Rowan, Nikki Cross, and Joe Gacy.
Erick Rowan, first of all, love it. Absolutely love it. A throwback to the original Wyatt family. He's a shoo-in.
Absolutely.
Absolute shoo-in to be in this. Gives it credibility. Yeah. Amazing pick.
This also leads me to Nikki Cross.
Nikki Cross, for me, I mean, she come in with that dark, sinister character and persona insanity. I think this will work.
Yes, and obviously with the last time that we actually saw her on the screen, where she was just standing in the centre of a ring, staring.
Yeah, and we had the Twitch stream.
Yes.
Which was, we think, Uncle Howdy writing to these members, which is how we've kind of deciphered who these members are.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think it's going to work. Yeah. I think that Nikki Cross is a good fit for this.
She plays mentally disturbed incredibly well.
Yeah,
that's not a knock on cat, knock on her. But if anything, it's a praise.
Then we move on to the other two. So we've linked these two together because one thing about this group is Uncle Howdy, and the whole premise of this group seems to be to fix things that are broken and make them better.
Yes.
Like the Kinsumi, that is what it means.
Yeah, these two are, I think, a fucking amazing pick.
Yeah, I do. Apparently they were on Bray's radar already when Bray was around.
I'm pretty sure we've talked about these two and a possible thing with Bray Wyatt before somewhere.
Yeah. I can see Joe being the microphone guy, the stick guy for this group.
Which is ironic because I can see Dexter Lumis being that menacing force behind, not saying anything.
I'd love to see Dexter be in this and be sinister without the silly hokey stuff.
I don't think he's going to do that.
He's not.
No way. There is no way you could bring him into this and get him to do, the instant memes that he was doing with the Miz.
Yeah.
That's got to go. This, I think, if you see him in his TNA days or Impact days, he was menacing.
Yeah.
Didn't need to say a lot, didn't have to. He was great at that, and I think this is exactly why he's been brought into this.
And I think this is a fantastic pick because no one really knew how to book this guy, and I think this will work.
Yeah, I genuinely think
Going into Alexa Bliss, my personal thoughts are I'm not going to get into too much on it. I think she should be in there.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree
think
more.
That when you look at Erick Rowan, Alexa has that background with Bray. She's in this story. For whatever reason, whether she starts off as a rival to this group and ends up maybe even co-leading it, I don't know, because she was a powerful entity.
Yeah.
I think she should be in there.
I think also from the aspect of when she turned on the Fiend, you know, and it was that borderline Sister Abigail possession.
Yeah.
You know, that's too much of a pivotal moment in not only her career, but Bray's career, you know, for the Wyatt family even.
You also have to remember, Alexa's last appearance with WWE was a losing effort to Bianca Belair, and at the end of the match, a vignette played of the old playground and Uncle Howdy came out.
Yeah.
So the story is there.
Yeah.
I think we need to talk about Bo.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm just so happy for Bo that he's going to get this opportunity, or Taylor Rotunda.
Yeah.
And I think Bray would have loved this. I think Bray would have loved the legacy.
Yeah, I think this is also, as we discussed off air before, it's I think this is going to be also in some form of therapy.
Yeah.
In a way, you know, this could be a bit of closure for him, or not so much closure. That sounds harsh. Obviously, he's never going to be forgotten, but this is going to help him get through. And it still is a shit time.
He's able to produce the ultimate tribute to his brother.
Yeah,
here.
Absolutely.
Which is so important. And yeah, I just really, really want this to work. I want this to work for the Rotunda family. I want this to work for Rob Fee and for Bray Wyatt.
This is a story that needs to take its time. This is not something that can be rushed. This story needs to evolve. It needs to adapt. It needs to work its way into the WWE universe at a slow, I'm not talking snail pace, a slow but steady pace.
And I think it would be nice if we still had a little bit of mystery to this group.
Absolutely.
I don't think we need to know everything immediately. I think a slow burn story of why they are here would be fantastic, and we could still have this interaction on social media, these cryptic clues. It would be amazing if we could continue this, because this has really just propelled this and kept this moving so well. It's been fantastic.
Yeah. We know that obviously the 17th of June is going to be the debut, and I'm over the moon that, you know, we have a date now. We know it's happening. I am also incredibly happy with the fact I don't know what the fuck's going to happen.
Right, well, that is what we want to know from you. What would you like to see happen? I am going to say that I don't want wrestling to be involved in this at all at the start. I want, Stu, a similar thing to an invasion like the NWO used to do in WCW, where people would stop in matches when they saw them. Or think Nexus.
Yeah.
When they smashed
sheer chaos.
Yep.
Sheer chaos, sheer brutality, and it left fans speechless.
Yes.
Absolutely speechless. That's what I want. That is, I know you feel this.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. That is what I want.
We don't need in-ring action. We don't want jumps behind, behind the stage, or, anything like that. I'd love to see organised chaos.
Yeah.
I think that's the only way that me personally I could see a great,
I think it's the perfect introduction for them, and I think you can take them anywhere.
Yeah.
I would like to see complete anarchy that does not involve contests in the ring.
Yeah.
I would like to see disruption.
Absolutely.
And anarchy.
Yeah, and children crying. I'm not a horrible person, but when you see a child cry at a wrestling ring for being shit scared, it kind of goes, I've done my job.
So, one last question. Would you like to see this group come back as the Puppets?
Yes. Speaking of puppets, one in particular, which could possibly also lead to a nice little cameo appearance.
We'll talk about that after the Puppets.
Okay.
So we'll get the question about, do you think that these guys should be an incarnation of the Puppets?
Yeah.
You do?
In some way, shape or form.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't want them to come down dressed as, a pig or a buzzard or a rabbit, but something that gives that connection to each of them.
Yeah, well, we've had the names. I don't want the names Hex, Trunction, Spark or Prey being used particularly. No. So let's move on to little things that we would like to see. And I am just going to smack this one straight out there. I want Weylon Mercy. I want Weylon Mercy to be involved, even if it's for a little cameo.
Yeah. And for those of you that don't know, obviously, Weylon Mercy the Buzzard, the inspiration was taken, and much like Bray Wyatt's original character was also a huge tribute to Weylon Mercy himself, just by his persona and his outfits.
Well, Dan Spivey, Weylon Mercy, helped Bray Wyatt come up with the original Wyatt family concept.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that would be amazing.
That would be awesome. Absolutely. It's a shame we haven't got a visual for this video because my head was nodding so hard.
Yeah. Well, what we do have on screen is we have a video that we have made about Weylon Mercy. Please click the link and watch this video.
Yeah, go check it out. It was a lot of fun talking about Weylon Mercy.
Yeah. And we did that back in 2022.
That was our start-up year.
Yeah. Episode 4.
Yeah, go and check that out.
So, one final thought. Please, if I could say anything, please give this time, guys. We know how much of a struggle things were for Bray at times to get his vision of what he wanted to do across on TV in the wrestling genre.
Yeah.
Give this time. Please back Taylor, Uncle Howdy, because it's going to be a little bit challenging, and I think this will work. And at the end of the day, this is for and in honour of Bray.
Yeah, I think as well. This is a big deal.
Yeah.
For all of them and the Rotunda family.
And let's get behind them. Let's back them. Let's go for it.
Even if it's just in support of Taylor, but also more importantly, as remembering Windham and the rest of the Rotunda family. Yeah. Giving them that support.
Yeah. Fantastic. So I think we will end with anything that you've heard from us, anything that you'd like to talk about. You are welcome in our comments section. Please let us know. We are mega fans of the whole Wyatt lore, everything. Please contact us.
Yeah. Sorry, mate. Go on.
Go for it.
Leave any comments in, anything that you want to talk about in the comment section below. And don't forget, go and check out our other social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and follow our podcast episodes on Spotify, Amazon, any other streaming site you can find us on. But get involved.
Yes. Fantastic. So I think we'll leave it there.
Oh, yeah.
Brilliant. And we will look forward to seeing and hearing from you on June 17th.
Oh, yeah.
And before from you guys.
Hell yeah. I can't wait for this.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Okay.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.